Morning. So yesterday was a fairly soggy day, so no combining. No, it was too wet really for fetching bales, so they stayed in the fields. So Max and I cut up some scrap. I'll just be interested if anybody knows what they think that was. Yeah, leave it in the comments if you've got any idea. Anyway, so I'm going to chop another one up this morning. Got lots to go at. Yeah, so this morning I'm going to chop up this machine. I cut all the hopper out last night. Just to make more room. We're storing too much clutter, and this clutter area is not growing anything. So it's in essence, this sort of rubbish lying around is actually costing us money each year. So yeah, I dragged it out a bit. That was actually green, the bramble on it, crikey. And the berries looked amazing. Anyway, the sun dried it out to that within a day. But this is an old beet cleaner from the legacy of when we had beet, a cracking machine in its day. This was made by Standen over at Ely. Did thousands and thousands of tons with it. I just wish I'd have took the engine off earlier. This is a 3-cylinder Lister, a cracking engine, and it worked all the hydraulics. But yeah, it's had years of no exhaust pipe on it, so I'm hoping the pistons aren't all full of water, and I won't even be able to check until I've got it a bit nearer. Well, at least until I can get in there, because these brambles are savage. Yeah, right, I think I'm going to gas cut all that off and just take the engine off in one little instalment. No signs of water on the dipstick, so fingers crossed it'll be okay. At least being air cooled, there's no water aspect to get frozen and blow the engine. There's the exhaust. Whether all that crud would have saved it, I don't know, but it's obviously going to be a strip job. Aiden hydraulic motor. I know they're made at Boston, just near me. It's good, isn't it? Interesting, just as an observation, these hydraulic pipes, I mean, they've not been used in 23 years. And even after 3 years, my new hydraulic pipes, I don't know what is going on with the rubber on them, but they're cracking up, places like that within 3 years. Whereas these, absolutely incredible. They've never, this machine's never been undercover. Look at that, look. If I force that, no crack at all. The hydraulic pipes used to be far, far better than they are now. Actually, that's got the original part tag on. So this has never been changed. That's quite exceptional. That'd be, well, I don't know how old it is really, but what, 30, 35 years? Incredible. They're all the same. They're all good. Yeah, Harry's sick of the brambles. He's having them out. But I did have a little go before I lost my patience with it yesterday. And they're a bit stubborn. Yeah, the tiller out through the machine, so to pull it out topwards is not so great. That's a good one. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that engine yet, whether to do it as a bit of a home winter project, or, but there's more fun things to do. But at least if it did do that, it would be an achievement. And I think the parts are quite available. I I just had a look at the exhaust. It was going over that exhaust. So I'm hoping the water's sort of gone not in the engine. Frankly, we don't deserve a lot of luck with that, the way we put it away. All those berries still look good. Oh my word, they're lovely. Absolutely incredible. Oh, I should have left it now. I was just about to lift this engine off. Doesn't seem in too bad a condition really. It is all rusty and snarly in the top, but nothing unsalvageable. Like I say, you can get all the parts in these. Might just have to undo the battery leads. So I've got all the stand and beak cleaner all processed down ready for the big skip. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? All that work goes into making it, but then it's earned its keep. It's done its work. Yeah. The next thing I'm going to chop up is the potato grader I made when I was 19. You can just about see it in this outback area of the yard. This is really punishing actually when you chop up the work you made yourself. So potato graders in those days, your Herberts and your Tongs were so expensive. We never had the funds. So I used the upstairs of a Grimmy all-rounder, which we sort of mothballed because it never had the diamond roller table, and at the time Stars was about as good as you got. And on this clay down here, there was a bit struggly. So I took the whole upstairs element of a Grimmy all-rounder, built a chassis, and then got given a Medema hopper, just about sitting in the back. Did 5 or 6 years work actually. I bought no components, it's all stuff we had. Even the electric motors were cobbled off themselves. I did 5 or 6 years work, and then the straw stack fell on it and crumpled all this end up. So that was the end of that. I had to buy one then. It's funny, as I'm disassembling this, I'm just I'm in admiration of my own work. But just look at this chain tensioner I built. This is all out of scrap. So obviously the motor's been took off years ago. But look at that tensioner. Greasable. Oh, little haunts of memory come back of actually building it, and that it was all bolted down. It wasn't just tudged on. Again, you can almost guess what machines it came off. I made it also slid on the chassis for adjustment. All bolted down, all gusseted. Yeah, crikey. Yes, this was a 4-man picking off area. Muck belt. Actually, that muck chute was connected to the underneath muck chute. I just noticed. Remember, one of I remember one of the problems when I was building it is this gifted to me 6-foot Medema hopper, getting it to fit into this 5-foot Grimmy. So I come up with these hydraulic pipes on fingers to deflect it in. Worked really well, and bottomless, so didn't get the muck build up at the bottom. And interestingly, Crimby use this idea now, a little bit different, but AVR do certainly, to go on the end of conveyors to soften drops. I don't think it's come from me by any means, but it's, I think I was ahead of the curve on that one, if I don't mind blowing my own trumpet. It worked well. This star shaft was 2 shafts which were welded together in the middle to soften the transition, because they needed the height to get the squeeze, and I made that fit like so, all adjustable. Oh, bugger, in hindsight I was mad, I should have just bought one. But it wasn't even an option at the time, I remember it well, it just wasn't even comprehensible buying one. Just got to see my chassis there. Great big chassis, I think it's 12-inch channel, height adjustable hopper. I'm making that well. Had to step the chassis in. I'm quite chuffed with myself. For no boy, never been taught to weld, I think it did okay. Started the digger up, it started great. It's not been started since December. Tried moving it, and of course all the muck has baked out in the track, so it wouldn't actually move. So just lifting the track up here to drive it out, or clean it out rather. I think when we get a quiet day, we'll drive it to the yard and get it all cleaned off, so it doesn't look such a disgrace. It was on oats today. It's going mixed well, very green on the bottom, nicely fit on the top. So it's finding the green mass is staying on the back of the combine and then bunging him up backwards. But yeah, it's 15.2%, so better get him in. This wind's thrashing him about a bit, so hopefully don't knock too many out. You can see on there they're flopping onto them rubber belts, getting fed beautifully into the feeder house. Still on the oats, this is the last field. It does seem funny cutting a crop when the stems are green. I don't know if you can quite see that. Doing about 6 tonnes per hectare. It's not amazing. It's not a disaster. I've got a bit of BYDV sprinkled amongst them. In the field we've just done, I bet probably a fifth of the field was totally wiped out. I'll get some footage of it in a bit. But there was nothing there. All the tillers around the main tiller seem to have aborted or died or got disease with it. But ultimately there's the main tiller on each plant, and it just destroyed the yield there. I don't think it's a great deal we can do about BYDV now. So all we've got is the middle stem or 2 left out in each plant, and the rest of the plant has died and it's gone really proper brown. never seen it before. I've seen patches of BYDV years ago, like little crops, but this has really caught me out. So you can just see the area. And then it's sort of blown in. This is the prevailing wind coming this way to the north-east. And then the rest of the fields are hit and miss. And some of the other fields have bits affected. But yeah, this is proper tragic, this end. I mean, there's literally nothing here. I came to put the header up and it was dark, and I thought it had been chopped because there was just nothing here. It looks like it's been baled and cleared, but no, it has got swaths here, but there's nothing to see. So bits like this really ruin your average of the yield. Probably if we'd done it in pub language, we would have missed this fifth of the field, and that end would have been phenomenal.